everybody. Welcome back to Adam and Geneva QTubers.
Hello. I'm gonna fix the camera a little bit.
Okay,
There you go.
there we go. All right.
And today the topic is
The Mandela Effect. Now, what the Mandela Effect is basically there are certain instances, throughout like popular history, basically, of a large number of people remembering things a certain way, but there's no evidence of it ever occurring the way they remember it, um, historically, basically.
okay.
And many people have different theories about it. I'm a subscriber that it's just basically faulty memory or um, uh, just incorrect memory, basically that causes the effect. And it's basically I find it fascinating. A lot of people think, oh well, it's too it's like you're not thinking outside the box for as to what the reasoning is behind this. But I think it's actually fascinating because I think it kind of illustrates kind of how human memory works in a lot of respects, and I just find that fascinating, honestly. But there's other people that believe that it was caused by a dimensional shift and or somebody going back in time and changing the timeline, and what we remember is just kind of like it used to be that way, but somebody went back in time and changed it. So, but it's just kind of echoes of the way it used to be, or something along those lines. But I don't think it's anything like that. I really don't. But basically, but here, let me give you an example. Well, first off, the reason it's called the Mandela Effect is named for Nelson Mandela.
Okay.
And basically, what it is a lot of people thought that Nelson Mandela died in prison in South Africa in the 1980s, but he did actually pass away, but he did not pass away in the 80s.
Right.
He he was released from prison and died later.
Yeah.
2000 something. I can't remember the exact year, but
I think it was 2015 or 14.
I think so. But a lot of people swear up and down, oh no, he passed away in the 80s. There's no way, it could be. Some people thought that the Mandela that was released from prison was an imposter, and a lot of other, like I said, weird theories and stuff like that. But I'm not going to get into that. But a lot of the Mandela effects are just kind of small changes to little things, like Geneva. You remember when you were a kid? Do you remember reading books called the Berenstain Bears? Like the Berenstain, there was a family of bears, basically.
Yeah,
Mama bear, Papa bear, and they would teach
and the kids.
Yeah, and they would
boy and a girl. Bear.
And they would teach like little life lessons or whatever, about growing up and stuff like that.
Yes.
Well, it wasn't the Berenstain Bears. It was the Berenstain Bears with an A. Everybody thinks it's the Berenstain Bears. I thought for the longest time. I remembered that it was the Berenstain Bears in my head. I remembered it because the reason I think I remember that, I knew a lot more people with like I knew somebody named like Jamie Steinstein. Like it's Stein. EIN is more popular. Like Einstein, Bernstein.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it, is that Berenstain is less common. Like you don't know too many people named Stain.
Right.
So I think that's part of it, and so I think it's just kind of that. And another thing is, do you remember Jiffy peanut butter? Jif. Okay. This one you're not affected by, because I grew up remembering Jif and Skippy peanut butter, and I think a lot of people combine the names to make Jiffy, because there's also Jiffy popcorn.
Right.
There's Jiffy,
but it was Jif.
Yeah, and there's Jiffy cornmeal, or like a cornbread, muffin mix. But Jiffy peanut butter has never existed. It's either Jif or Skippy that I think people are combining, but people swear up and down, oh no, it's Jiffy. So it changed. Okay, so
right.
Okay. And then there's another one. Oh, you ever watched I Love Lucy?
Yes.
Okay, you remember? Okay, remember how Ricky Ricardo would always say, "Lucy, you've got some splaining to do."
Right.
He never said it.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. He never said those words in the TV show.
I thought he did.
I know everybody. A lot of people do. A lot of I thought that too. And when I found out he never, there's no record of him ever saying those words. He would sometimes say, when he wanted Lucy to explain something or something, obviously Lucy got in a lot of trouble and
Right,
so
right.
so Ricky would say, "Explain." Like explain yourself, explain,
Right.
but he never said, "Lucy, you've got some explaining to do." Now there is an episode. I actually researched it myself, and there actually is an episode where Lucy tells Ethel that she's got some splaining to do to Ricky, like she imitated his accent. "I've got some splaining to do to Ricky." Yeah, but Ricky never said. I know. It's crazy, but if you look it up, you will not find an episode where Ricky says.
I could have sworn that he did say that.
But what it is a lot of times people will say
hear
something,
what they want to hear,
or say something, and then it puts it in your mind that he said it because it sounds like something that Ricky would say.
Yes,
it sounds very much like something Ricky would say. You to the point there that you just assume he actually said it.
Yes.
Okay. Also, did Darth Vader ever say, "Luke, I am your father"?
Yes.
No, he did not. Okay. Now this one's a little bit tricky because he did say something. No, he did say something similar. He said, "No, I am your father," because he's already talking to Luke.
Right.
It wouldn't make too much sense for him to address him by name. It's like, okay,
but you're right.
It's like
he did, but when you in our brain,
right.
That's what we think he said.
We think he said. It makes more sense when you're saying something to somebody. Oh yeah, Darth Vader said, "Luke, I am your father," because but like, okay, but you've got to remember that in the context of the movie, he's already talking to Luke, so it would be like me saying, "Geneva, this water tastes great." Know what you think so, Geneva? Like, okay, that's not a natural conversation for me to keep.
Right.
To keep naming saying your name all the time. Okay, so in the context of the movie, it was just, "No, I am your father." Okay.
Well, I guess I got to do more research.
Right. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of these things are just they never happen just the way we think they happen or the way we remember.
Right. Them. Just like with Target, the symbol.
Yes.
The store Target.
That's another one.
You think it's got some other circle?
It's like it's only like it's okay. There's a red circle,
right?
Then there's the white circle,
but you think,
and then another red circle. But people think that there's like a third red circle.
Yes,
but it's not. Yeah, it's just the one. Yeah, but that is a Mandela effect because a lot of people think that that's what the Target logo looks like. A lot of people are arguing about there's a lot of car ones. There's like the Ford logo. The F is written with like a little curly Q in the line, like the line that goes in the middle of the F. There's like a little curly Q, and that actually but a lot of people say, "Oh no, well it wasn't like that before. It was just kind of it was in a like a cursive font the way they remember it, but it didn't have that thing."
Because I thought of, and then I had because I have a Ford, so I had to go look at the logo on my truck to see what he was saying was right.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, you are right."
Right. And then on a Volkswagen, have it like there's like a V and a W inside of a circle, right?
Right.
Are the V and W separated? A lot of people say no. They kind of meld together, like
I think they're meld together.
They're not though. There is actually a small line separating the V and the W. Yeah. Okay. Like little like I said, little things like that. And a lot of people think that it's got to be something deeper than just memory. How can so many people misremember things the same way? Again,
they remember it the way they want to remember.
Well, but it's always it's always the same way. But it's like we remember it like Berenstain, like so why does everybody think Berenstain instead of Berenstain? But again, like I said, Stain is a more common name. Or I'm sorry. I'm messing up. Steen is a more common part of a last name or last name itself.
Okay.
and so that's why I think a lot of people remember. It's also very regional. Like there's certain things that don't apply to like people in like Europe because okay, there's certain products that they have certain memories about, but we don't in America don't know about them and stuff like that. So they have their own regional Mandela effects as well. Um, but I'm trying to think of another good one.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, it's just
okay.
mind-boggling to
me. All right. This is another one, and it's not most people actually kind of aren't affected by this one, but on a pair of Converse All Stars, also known as Chucks.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking
about. The All Star logo, is it on the outside of the shoe or is it on the inside of the shoe? Like by your, is it like on the inside of your ankles or on the outsides of your ankles? Like, is it on here or like okay, I'm sorry, here, pretend these are shoes. Okay, is it here, I forget to show it. Okay, okay, is it on the outside or is it on the inside of the shoes?
I could be wrong, but they're on the outside.
No, they're on the inside, and they've always been on the inside. They're always on the inside, and the reason being why they're on the inside is that they're it's kind of like a harder plastic.
Yes,
kind of
yes,
like,
like a rubbery.
Rubbery, yeah. It's to protect the ankles. It's to protect the ankles from injury. Or partially that's why they did. That's why Converse did it that way. I know you're looking at me like it's crazy. Take a look at a pair of Converse All Stars. I'll bring a pair. I don't have any over here right now, but I actually own a few pairs of high top. It's on the high top. The low tops don't have any logo at all. I don't think. But
right,
the high top Chucks.
I never paid attention to that. I always thought it was on the outside.
Right, and if you look in a lot of popular media, like if you see any like cartoon characters or something like that, or actually there's a lot of off brands that will have like their logos on the outside of the shoe.
Wow.
Actually, and it would make sense because okay, Nike has the swoosh on the outsides and everything, so that you'd see that you're wearing Nikes and stuff like that. And a lot of people thought it didn't make sense because it's like, well, okay, you want people to see that you're wearing Converse or whatever, so it doesn't, to them it doesn't make sense. But to, like I said,
but the name brand is actually
the name, it's on the inside,
on the inside.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Learn something new every day.
Right. Mm-hmm. And let me think. There's like I said, there's tons of Mandela effects. Do we have a box of Fruit Loops?
No.
Oh, darn, we don't have a box of Fruit Loops. But how do you spell Fruit Loops?
I know how they spell.
Yeah, I know. I think because we did this one before.
But he did it with me, and I spelled it like fruit, Fruit. Yes. And he was like, "No, that's not how it's spelled.
No,
Fruot.
Yeah, it's spelled. It's purposely not spelled.
And then I thought loops, at the end.
Right, and loops. No, the loops part is Loops. But the fruit part is not spelled like fruit.
Like you would think it's fruit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And let's see.
You got some more for me?
Do we have I'm trying to think. We don't have anything. Oh well, we got that cup. If I can, maybe we can get that cup. But when in Coca-Cola, there's a hyphen in Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Is it like on the top, middle, or bottom? Like as far as the it's by between like the lowercase and on the lowercase a, by the lowercase a of Coca. Where's the hyphen at?
At the top.
Okay, you got that one right. The hyphen is at the top. What does it look like? Does it look a normal hyphen or is it kind of a wave?
I think it's kind of a wave.
Actually, no. It's more normal looking than the right. It's actually just a hyphen. It's kind of angled, but it's straight line actually. But yeah, people remember different things about the Coca-Cola logo a little bit. But yeah. But no, it's again, like I said, this isn't to make you look silly or nothing like that. This happens. Like I said, it happened to me. When I found out about the Berenstain Bears,
Because I thought we always, like
I thought it was the Berenstain Bears.
That's what I thought it was.
Like, okay, and like I said, I was really blown away by the Ricky. You got some, or I'm sorry, Lucy. You got some explaining to do. Not actually ever being said by Ricky Ricardo. That one blew my mind. Another one that's kind of TV related. Beam me up, Scotty. Did Captain Kirk ever say that? I know this is like. I'm sorry. You're gonna say
no?
Okay,
he
but you think he,
you think
you
know when they.
It's the truth, but it's true. But
when
Captain Kirk never said that.
I'll say this because this is my channel. We're not a big channel,
right?
But
it sounds like something he would say, right?
Right. It sounds like something he would say, but the crackhead said that.
She thought. Well, no, well, the crackheads. No, but
a person that get high.
Okay. No, but no, Captain Kirk never actually said the words "beam me up."
But you know what I used to think he did.
Okay. But what he would say is Mr. Scott was the transporter chief.
Yeah.
And he would say the number of people he wanted beamed up. He would say like 3 to beam up.
Right.
Like, 2 to beam up Mr. Scott, he might say, or something like
that.
But
you would think he would say Scotty.
Simple. But because he did call him Scotty in the show. He did call him Scotty a lot of the times. But in the show, the phrase "beam me up, Scotty" never was
existed.
Said. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it was never
wow.
existed. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Another one was in the movie Casablanca with Humphrey Bogart. Now, this one affects a lot of people that were really into watching classic movies and stuff like that. Play it again, Sam, was never said, even though everybody keeps saying "play it again, Sam."
Didn't he say that?
No, he did not. He would say "play it." He said "play it" because he was angry because it was his song with Elsa, I believe. I think Elsa was the female, like the name of the character. I'm sorry, I'm not. It's been a while since I've seen Casablanca, but it's been a while. But actually, the closest thing was, I believe, Elsa saying it to Sam, but she didn't say "play it again, Sam." She just said "play it, Sam." She didn't say "play it again, Sam." Yeah, but everybody attributes it to Humphrey Bogart, and Humphrey Bogart says something similar. He says "play it," but it's more angry and because he's basically bitter that he doesn't have her anymore, basically. So you must remember this: a kiss is just a kiss.
Oh, that was from them.
That was the song that he was asking to.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was from that.
Play movie. As time goes by, Sam. That was what this was. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would hear that song, but I didn't know it was from Casablanca.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of movie Mandela effects. Here's one. Was it the in the movie Back to the Future?
Okay.
Was it the Lone Pines Mall or was it the Twin Pines Mall?
I could be wrong when I say this, but it was the Twin Pines Mall.
Yes and no. This one is a trick question. It's both. Because, what happens is, in the beginning of the film, it's the Twin Pines Mall. When Marty goes back in time, and when he goes back to the 50s, there was like two trees that were two young trees that he runs into one of them.
Oh.
The future site of the Twin Pines Mall was in the spot where he crashed into the one tree. And then, so he changed the course of history, and therefore he changed the name of the mall to the Lone Pines Mall because there was only one tree left after he hit the other one. And a lot of people believe that that's kind of how the Mandela effect works, but again, I'm not.
Wow.
I don't subscribe to that. I don't subscribe to that theory. But anyway, but that's the Mandela effect. So And
you learn something new every day.
Yep.
But it's like you think of stuff from when you were a kid. Mm-hmm. This is how it was.
Right.
But then in reality, as you grow up and you see stuff, you're like, man, I thought it was this way when I was a kid.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But now, since I'm grown, and I'm an adult.
Speaking of kids, the last one, and then we'll I think we can end the video. But last one. Spell Looney Tunes. Or just spell the tunes part. What? How do you spell the tunes part of Looney Tunes?
Now on Looney Tunes, I think it was spelled TOONS.
Oh.
It was TUNES.
Yes, TUNES.
I thought it was with the two O's.
Nope. Tiny Toons is spelled with
Tiny
two O's.
Toons.
Yes, but Looney Tunes
was
because the reason being, and everybody's like, well, okay, how does that even make sense? Because cartoons, cartoons is spelled CARTOONS. Why would it be tunes TUNES? The reason is because Looney Tunes was sort of a spin-off of Merry Melodies. They were cartoons, but there was a lot of music involved in the cartoon. Well, I mean, there was a lot of music, and so they had Merry Melodies with Bugs Bunny, and then Looney Tunes, TUNES.
Okay. Yes. Oh, I get it.
It wasn't named after it wasn't named after the Looney. The Tunes part wasn't about the cartoons; it was about the music. That's why.
Wow.
Yeah. So. There we go. That's one. That was it. But there's many others. I'm sure you guys can research.
We'll do another one.
Yeah, we can do another one. I'd have to find more Mandela Effect examples and stuff like that. But I'm a member of a Mandela Effect group, and it's funny because the people who believe it's just caused by human memory error or influenced memory, we're called skeptics. But I don't believe skeptics is the right term for that. Because I believe, I know the Mandela Effect exists. I'm affected by the Mandela Effect. Like I said, I used to believe I had several things that I thought, and wow, it's not how I remember it. But the people who believe in the memory are the other people that believe that it's caused by some alternate dimensions or time shifts or whatever. Being part of one dimension and shifting to another dimension. They're called the believers, and we're called the skeptics. But again, it's just yep. But no, I believe it exists. I just believe that it has a more explainable cause than that, or it's not caused by any kind of supernatural things or pseudoscientific stuff.
Well, guys, we thank you for joining us. It was fun.
It was.
Mm-hmm. And you learn something new every day. And y'all come back now. You hear? We love you. Talk to you guys later.
Talk to you later.